Hi, I'm Mayme from Bowling Green Presbyterian Church, and thank you for joining me this morning. Today we're going to talk about a widow from Nain. Jesus is in the beginning of his ministry, towards the beginning of his ministry. He's already called all of his disciples together, and they're following him as he's traveling from town to town. And he's also got a crowd of people that are also following him. And on this particular day, they head into Nain. They get ready to go into the city of Nain, but coming out of the city, they meet a funeral procession. And in those days, whenever you met a funeral procession, out of respect for the people who have lost a loved one, you would join in. And a lot of times the men would take turns carrying the coffin, and it was an honor to help carry the coffin to the burial grounds. And so this particular day, whenever Jesus came upon this woman who we find out in the scriptures that this was her son, her only child, and that she was a widow. So that meant that her future was not looking good. She was probably beyond childbearing age, so she couldn't have any more children. And it may have been that she might have been in physically not able to do work. And if that was the case, then it would have been very easy for someone to take advantage of her. And Jesus knew this. And he knew that it was going to be very hard for this woman. And so he took compassion on her, and he decided to fix her situation. He told her not to cry. And then he reached and he grabbed a hold of we're going to call it a coffin, grabbed a hold of the coffin. And he said, "Young man, arise." And immediately the young man sat up and he started speaking. And Jesus presented the son back to the woman. That means he gave her hope. The greatest gift that anyone can receive when they're in bad situations is hope. And that's what Jesus gave her. And that's what he can give us as well. When you're going through a hard time and you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, Jesus is our light. And he is our guide. And he gives us hope for our future. We know as Christians that this is not the end of the road for us. That when we die, we go on, and we know that. And we believe that our loved ones who also believe in Jesus, we'll meet them again one day in heaven. But it's hard sometimes whenever we're with somebody and they've lost a loved one, if we immediately say to them, well, they're in a better place. That seems a little harsh for the person who's hearing this. But as Christians, it gives us hope because we know that there is more to us and more to our world than just what we're living in right here, right now. And so I tell you today, anytime you're in a difficult situation and you need hope, you need to speak to God. You need to read your scriptures and know that Jesus is the light. He is the way, and he gives us all hope. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and you have a great day.